Incoming transmission.
Welcome, watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 16th of September, and it's a review for a change on a Friday. Have a look at this little Spectrum classic. Yes, it's Commando, and this game is awesome. I love this game. It's published by Elite, as you can see right there. Now you've got joystick and keyboard. I'm going to redefine my keys. The classic QAOP, space, and I use enter for my grenades. Now, I will give you a heads up, I am cheating my arse off for this because this game is actually fairly difficult. So I have an infinite lives cheat, but we won't tell anybody if you won't. Okay, so here you can see I am the little Commando dressed all in black at the bottom there and spraying my bullets around the screen, which are great. I mean, they're just 1 pixel, but they're so hard to avoid. So you've got grenades, you've got your machine gun. Now, I know, folks, it's normally a Dungeon of Drax on a Friday, but I missed my review on Wednesday, so this is to make up for that. I might try and do a dungeon over the weekend, perhaps, but we'll see. But you can see here, it's such a lovely game. The scrolling's smooth. I mean, it's desert, so basically, it's yellow. That's really all I can say about the colour scheme. But you get different colours of soldiers. You get red, green, blue, I think. Yeah, you got blue. Yeah, there's lots of blues. What am I? But you get the different colours and they give you different points, I believe. There's caches of grenades that you can pick up as well. And I'm actually doing quite well. When I first had this game, I had it on the 48K. So this is actually the 128K version with the music involved. Now, the 48K sadly didn't have any music, but this is gorgeous. I love it. So you can see there, this is the end of stage. The little guys run out of the door and all you've got to do is shoot them all without dying. Easier said than done. It really is. Sometimes they just come out and they pepper spray you completely with bullets. But that's kind of what I've been doing anyway. I haven't played this game since, it's got to be a good, at least, I don't know, I'm 40 now. We're talking about 30 to, about, I don't know, 30 years ago? I got squashed by a record player. Doesn't that look like a record player? Kids, do you know what record players are? Ask your mums and dads. Okay, so the idea is basically to get from one end of the screen to the other, do your end of level killing spree of the enemy soldiers, and that's it. Now these guys are all dug in. The only way you can kill them is to grenade them, and I got killed there. You see how easy it is to die. There's going to be a lot of that, I think, in this game. It looks like an old record player. I think it's supposed to be a tank, but you can actually kill it with bullets, which is a bit bizarre, but never mind. Yeah, so the only way you can kill these guys is to grenade them out of the trenches, or you could just avoid them altogether. There we go, just throwing a grenade, and there they go. This game is it's just fun. I'll admit it gets frustrating. It does, though I'm not going to lie, because the difficulty level does ramp up. Now these guys, I could have sworn I was going to die there, but no. So the guys come out of these bunkers as well. The level design is so simplistic, but it works so well. Oh, here we go, rocket launcher guys. These are fun. There we go, I'm dead. So yeah, red guys are rocket launcher guys, and they're so much fun to avoid. Or not. See, he shot that one over the wall. Oh, and it hit me. Right. This is where frustration levels could get high. I just ran into that one. Never mind. But the game itself is so much fun that you kind of forgive it for being a bit of a hard nut to crack. But it's so much, like I say, it's so much fun. You've got to play this one. It's only a one-player game, but there you go. I mean, there's not many one-player games that I could say whether a two-player option would make this more fun. I mean, to be honest, 2 players would just make this into Ikari Warriors, really, wouldn't it? Which I think that's Ikari Warriors either based on this, or this was based on Ikari Warriors. I can't remember which way around, but I'm sure the influence was there on one or the other. Now you can see here, this screen's going to get very busy now, and I have to say, I'm really impressed that there's fairly little to noticeable slowdown on this, which is great. This, if I remember rightly, this part from when I played it on the Spectrum before is actually quite tough. So, I'm dead again. Yes, I think this is the level where it's quite possible to die quite a lot, because you've got the guys coming out the sides, you've got the guys coming out of the doors, you've got quite a lot going on, you've got a lot of bullets to avoid, and if you touch any of the guys, you die as well. So there's a lot to avoid, but so much fun to gun them all down. Oh, that's like no, I don't endorse violence, but no, this game is just jolly, it's good fun, and I love the sprites. They're just really nice. You can tell that they're little army men, and I like that. I think that's really cool. They could have gone with a stickman approach to this, but they didn't. They were nice proper sprites. The level design is quite nice. You've got a bit of diversity on every level as well. You've got bunkers, you've got these like caves that they're coming out of, and just every level is these big red doors, and behind those big red doors is lots of little blue men which you need to dispose of, and you'll move on to the next stage. And as you can see here, I might actually do this. I did it. Ooh, great. So essentially, the levels are kind of similar looking because they're yellow sands, but here, look, it's yellow, but there's buildings now, and the little blokes come streaming out of the buildings. So you've got extra hazards to keep an eye on. And the game just progresses nicely with extra hazards to keep you on your toes more than anything else. You'll notice that the bullets are getting harder to avoid. They actually do spray the screen at various intervals, which makes it difficult to avoid, but it makes it a challenge, and that's kind of the replay factor for me, is the challenge. Yes, I've put infinite lives on, but I wanted to show you guys to get past a few levels. As you can see, I probably wouldn't have got past the last level because, well, you saw how many times I died. Let's be honest, it wasn't going anywhere. I wouldn't have done that in one go. So, you know, just to give you guys a fair crack of the whip of the game, that's why I decided to use a cheat. I don't normally cheat in these games. I have to say, I'll put my hands up and say I don't normally, but I remember how hard this was when I had it on the Specky before, and I just wanted to give you guys, you know, a good example of how the game was and what the level designs were like and how diverse it can be. These record players all attacking you. Anyway, the little boxes that you can see on the screen there are grenades. As you can see there, I seem to have infinite grenades as well. I only did an infinite lives cheat, folks. I didn't do infinite grenades, I promise you. So it must have been the same poke. Oh, pokes, do you remember those? Pokes were basically cheats for the Spectrum. You used to type them in, usually found in magazines. You used to copy out the code and then you'd save it. You could load it in before you loaded your game, and then you basically have infinite lives, infinite energy, whatever you wanted. It's just saying there's no invincibility mode. But like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a nice bit of progression and show you all the different aspects of the game, which is great. Those guys are firing out mortars, so you've got to go grenade those and get them out of the way. You just got to be careful you don't get stuck like that, and then trying to avoid those bullets is, again, it's a challenge. But then what would a game be without a challenge? It would be dull and boring. The thing is, I mean, for me, I'm actually going quite close to the doors and I'm getting them open, but you can just relax back and kill the guys that are outside before you actually go for the doors. I'm not sure what the green guys do. I don't know if they're just harder to kill or whether they do anything special, or I'll have to come back to you on that one. Or if anyone knows, just drop me a comment. That'd be great. If any of you guys know what the green guys are, what the different coloured commandos are, that'd be brilliant. Let me know. But you can see this is a great game, and I would say this is probably one of those games you want to have as a gaming bucket list. You want to play this game before you kick your own bucket. It's a great game. It's really fun, and that's not much more I can say about it, really. You can see for yourself the level of graphics. There's not much colour clash, to be fair, either, which is lovely. That's always good for the Spectrum game. And there we go, into the next level. I think I'm going to leave it there, guys, and I will be back next week with a new review, or 2 or 3, hopefully, back to normal scheduling with any luck. And I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll catch you next week. Bye for now, folks. Have a good one.